Look closely at the surface of this vibrant, healthy green leaf. The deep, rich color comes from chlorophyll, the molecule that allows the plant to capture sunlight and convert it into energy. But eventually, that perfect surface breaks. A sudden spread of yellow, a patch of brown spots, or a purple tint creeping in. Most people assume these changes mean the plant is simply dying. These color shifts represent a highly evolved biological distress signal. By learning the vocabulary of these signals, we can identify exactly what the plant is lacking or fighting while there is still time to intervene. A changing leaf is a real-time health report, detailing exactly what the organism requires to survive. Let's start with the most common symptom, leaves turning yellow. This is frequently attributed to a nitrogen deficiency, as it is required to build chlorophyll. This diagram shows how that deficiency plays out. Because nitrogen can move freely inside the plant, a deprived organism performs biological triage. It drains the remaining nitrogen from its oldest, bottom leaves and transports it upward to protect the new growth. But a yellow leaf can also indicate that a plant is drowning. When soil is saturated with too much water, the roots suffocate. Unable to absorb oxygen, the plant's nutrient transport system fails, and the leaves begin to fade. To reach an accurate diagnosis, you have to look at the physical location of the color change. If the old leaves are fading while the top stays green, you check the soil moisture. An isolated symptom without context is misleading. Yellowing is simply the first step in a wider system check. While yellowing is often systemic, brown tissue indicates localized death. Crispy, drying edges and tips are symptoms of environmental stress. The plant is losing water to dry air or heat faster than its roots can absorb it, or it is battling a buildup of fertilizer salts in the soil. Compared to a biological attack, the left leaf shows jagged, dehydrated edges. The right leaf displays black spots and yellow rings, a fungal infection. As the pathogen feeds, it spreads. The dark center is the point of attack, while the yellow halo shows surrounding tissue failing. Analyzing the exact geometry of that dead tissue tells you whether you need to move a pot away from a heater or apply targeted treatment. Then there are the colors that seem unnatural, like a leaf turning a deep, bruised purple or a vibrant red. This often happens when phosphorus becomes scarce, usually because cold soil locks the nutrient away. To protect its tissues while growth is stalled, the plant manufactures a chemical shield of red pigments known as anthocyanins. At the opposite end of the spectrum is a pale, almost ghostly light green hue. When this appears specifically on brand new foliage, the plant is signaling an iron deficiency. Unlike nitrogen, iron is an immobile nutrient. Once the plant places it in a leaf, it cannot move it again. We see the result in this graphic. The new leaf grows in a sickly yellow, while the skeletal vein network remains a stark, dark green. By understanding the plant's internal logistics, knowing which nutrients can travel and which are fixed in place, even bizarre color shifts become predictable. A shift in color is a vital leading indicator of plant health. But a single leaf is rarely the entire story. Accurate diagnosis requires cross-referencing those shades with the physical environment. Evaluate the soil moisture, the angle of the sunlight, and the temperature of the room. This gardener's notebook illustrates a simple truth. The green thumb is a myth. Success relies on a rigorous process of tracking symptoms and systematically eliminating environmental variables. The next time you spot a yellowing edge or a strange spot, resist the urge to throw the plant away. You now have the framework to investigate why the tissue is failing. Translating this silent language removes the element of luck. If you want to refine your technique, check out our guide on watering, because once you know how to read the leaves, you realize your plants have been talking to you all along.